When it comes to custom cases, Christmas has come early. Here's a look at a couple of custom slip cases by artist the Mockbuster. If you'd like to follow the exploits of the Mockbuster, you can check him out over on Instagram. A talented artist that has been for a while been making slip covers for your movie cases that you may not have slip sleeves for. Now, I had already looked at a couple of them that he was nice enough to send my way. I'll in fact put that link down below in the video description. And hey, why not? I'll also put the link down below as well to his Instagram. Feel free to give him a follow. But I did reach out to him recently. In fact, asked him if there was a couple of projects I could get him to work on for me. Specifically, and why I make reference to Christmas coming early. They are both Christmas movies. Some of my all-time favorites, in fact. I had asked him if it was possible that he could do one for Christmas Evil and for Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, honestly, as well, we did get already releases of those from two different companies. Silent Night, Deadly Night, in fact, was given a deluxe treatment from Scream Factory, and Christmas Evil was given a Vinegar Syndrome release. But again, not really happy with either one of those. I thought it was prime time for an update. I reached out to him, and again, he was nice enough to produce 2 slip covers and 1 insert cover for one of my Blu-ray cases, specifically for Christmas Evil. By the way, again, if you guys are interested, would like to follow him over on Instagram. The prices, by the way, for these, as we'll delve more deeper into the box that I've already taken the liberty of actually opening up. I've taken the tape. I couldn't resist. I had to look inside. Plus, as well, Silent Night, Deadly Night was only a slip. Of course, I wanted to take myself a case to use that slip with. But again, if you guys are interested, follow him over on Instagram. The prices, by the way, for these, the insert case, the insert that will go inside of a Blu-ray case, is going to be about $6 American. And then the actual slipcover is about $14. So it works out to be about $20 if you guys are looking to upgrade your cases. Having already probably snuck a bit of a peek inside, there was also, again, some extensive packaging inside to have already taken. Like I said, I took all this stuff. I couldn't wait. But we're going to pull out the cases. I'll show you guys exactly what we're doing here. So the first thing I asked him to do was create a brand new slip cover for Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm going to put the other one over here. I want to come back to that a little bit more in a moment. We did already get, though, a deluxe treatment from the folks over at Scream Factory. It was a fine case. The problem with some of the cases, though, they're not the most interesting. And while, though, he doesn't own this actual image, he took this image from online, he did, though, nicely replicate what would be a case had they used this artwork instead, which I think is honestly a much better looking art style than just having Billy Chapman standing in front of a Christmas tree. By the way, on the back of them, they're somewhat similar to one another. The only thing that's really different, though, is that he only put the unrated version special features, whereas this one would actually have disc 1 and disc 2. The artwork is exactly the same on the top. I think, in fact, the read-up is also exactly the same. He had brightened this up a little bit, too, as well. But, I mean, just to look at the size here, you can see, like, they're not that much different from one another. This would be the brand new slipcover. This would be the original. The cardboard, by the way, on both of these, if I can just slide these off. Now, again, I've already taken the liberty of, I already had 2 Scream Factories. So what I'm going to do is still keep the original Scream Factory. I'm not going to just throw it away. But I am going to keep one of them with the Scream cover, a Scream Factory cover, and I'm going to use the newer one that Mockbuster had provided. But I did want to show you, though, the differences between the cardboard. Thick cardboard on really both of them. This is just a slight bit thinner, but you can see, like, it is still a very thick cardstock. A nice looking slipcover. Now, again, this is one of the reasons why I've already taken the liberty of opening up the box, just because, again, like, it only had really, though carefully packed, it didn't have the case. So I'm just going to take the case and slide it in there. Definitely does look nice, though. I'll put that right over there. And again, if you guys are interested, if you were just looking only just to get, like, for example, if you wanted just, for example, the slip sleeve, the outer cover, for example, that's going to be $14. And then the insert, although I'm just using basically the original insert that came in with the Scream Factory release, if you did want something, I'm sure, similar to like this for an insert, then it'd be about $6. I just, to get both, which I ended up doing here for Christmas Evil, one of the main reasons why, in fact, I reached out to Mockbuster was specifically Christmas Evil. But again, really nice looking case. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Ultimately, though, I am going to be putting still both on the shelf. But I think really between the two, this is a much nicer case. It has Billy Chapman emerging, of course, atop of a chimney. We've got Darlene. Is that Darlene? What's her name? The one that gets impaled, of course, on the antlers horns. Darlene? It's going to come to me a little bit later. Of course, there's Mother Superior there on the side. Mr. Seams down below there with the hammer wedged into his head. And there's Billy Chapman about to fire off the arrow inside of Ira's toy shop. He knows when you've been naughty. A really, again, nice looking case. So again, we're just going to I want to make sure this is completely slid all in there. So that's Silent Night, Deadly Nights, and that's solely just the slip cover. So we're going to put that right over there. Again, my main reason for reaching out to Mockbuster in the first place was specifically for Christmas Evil. If you have collected Christmas Evil from Vinegar Syndrome, then you're probably already familiar with this cover, which looks at all nothing like the original Harry, nor does it look like anything you would expect to see in Christmas Evil. Instead, it looks kind of like a green, off-colored Santa Claus, and he's carrying around a bag of toys. Again, the reason why also I am using this is because I'm ultimately going to be using the movie inside. I think, in fact, the one from Vinegar Syndrome, yes, was a little snap cover. So I'm going to probably, although I think the one that I have right now, the one that he had provided, I think was only just a single case. So I'm probably going to have to use this case and change out the insert. So this is the original one, not fantastic. I didn't, in fact, get the chance to get the one from Vinegar Syndrome that actually had the outer slip cover, but that's okay. I'm only going to be upgrading it anyways. So this is what we have to work with from Vinegar. This is what we got here from the Mockbuster. Mockbuster, again, not his original artwork, but took an image from online. And this does have the original name for the movie, which was Better Watch Out, which I always thought was a better name than Christmas Evil, but ultimately they chose Christmas Evil instead. You can see there's Harry now on the top. Now, again, looking at the two, come on, really. Harry now is featured with one of his toy soldiers that, of course, he makes inside his apartment. He's also got himself a ball inside, a snow globe in his hand. And again, all these fallen people in front of him with presents galore. Nice looking case. Also, there's on the back there, at the very back corner, there's this flying through the air van. Now, again, like this is what we had to work with. This is the newer case. It has the Christmas Evil there featured on the side, Synapse Films. And then on the back, the back is going to be a little bit different, but this would be the back on, I believe, this case, which would be the insert inside. So again, it still has all the rate up. It tells you exactly how long the movie runs, from 95 minutes, from 1980. And again, it has all the things you'd expect for a slipcover to be. It doesn't just stop there, though, which, again, if you guys are interested solely just in this alone, what was it, like $20? $20 for everything collectively, but $14 just for the slipcover. But it's not just this inside. Oh, no. When you pull this out, what you're getting now is a brand new insert cover that's going to go inside of your Blu-ray. Now, this isn't going to be quite the same Blu-ray because this one, I've now realized, is only just a single insert. So I'm going to swap this one out with the one that we got here from Vinegar Syndrome. I'm going to use that instead. But again, looking at the two, now we've actually got Harry there featured on the front, axe in his hand that looks like it's already been used. Santa, very unhappy. And then on the back is basically just the exact same thing that he ended up using for the slip cover. So you can see, like, it's exactly the same. So what I will ultimately have to do, now that I realized it is a dual cover, a dual CD, because it has the DVD and it has the Blu-ray, I'm going to end up just using this one. Although I really don't like the snap front there to it, but I'm sure I can easily just change that down the road if I find myself another one. Better one I definitely feel is this one here. Artwork, again, was pulled online. I mean, it just looks much, much better. I mean, definitely a much better polished looking movie if you're going to have this on the shelf. Whether you decide just you want to get the insert or you want to go all out, like for what I did, for example, and get the slip cover as well, I think it just makes the movie look that much better. Until we get eventually a better deluxe release. Now, again, Vinegar did a fine job for giving us the one that we did. But, I mean, honestly, I just think that the artwork featured on the front, I mean, looks nothing at all like Harry. And it doesn't really at all evoke the idea of Christmas Evil. I think the newer one we get is a much nicer looking, nicer looking art. If you guys are interested in getting either one of these that I picked up for myself from the Mockbuster, you can certainly reach out to him over on Instagram. You can also let him know as well if you're specifically interested in the Christmas Evil. I would certainly say, though, if you have collected Christmas Evil and it's maybe one of your all-time favorite Christmas classics, it certainly is in my household every December. I definitely would encourage getting this one because not only, again, like the quality of this, it looks exactly like one you would buy in the store, but the artwork is, again, considerably better. The insert itself, again, if you guys are interested in getting this, I think it was like $4. No, it was $8, I think, for that. Yeah. $6, I think it was $6. Ultimately, it worked out to be like $20 to get the both. But again, you can always reach out to him if you guys are interested in certain projects. I mean, now that he's also doing as well inserts, you don't have to necessarily go with Christmas Evil, but if you had a project in mind, definitely reach out to the Mockbuster. A big thank you once again to Mockbuster, by the way, who finished this project for me. Definitely based on how good his artwork has been and how well he designs these cases, custom cases, I will be reaching out to him for future projects. What do you guys think of these? Let me know down below in the comments section. Would you also see it time to be an upgrade from maybe what we got from the original releases from before? Let me know what you guys think of these down below in the comments section. Also, as well, if you guys did enjoy this video, why not throw it a like? If you guys are loving the content you guys are seeing and would like to stick around for more, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that you're turning on the bell notification. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.